So, you find yourselves stranded in the middle of a forest with only the gear you're carrying. Oh, by the way, band the mode off. Ah! It's been 2 days since you ran into this verdant forest away from your pursuers. Apparently, the scanning technology is not good enough to penetrate whatever trees you have around you. You've been able to hide under the canopies, away from the flying. You would assume fighter jets, but considering how much they look like vultures, you have nicknamed them vultures.
So is the wood ironwood?
Yeah, it's
and it's the ironic plot twist that they can't see us. Okay, never mind.
you've stopped by a rather spiffy looking riverbed. Uh, recalling that it has taken you about a day and a half away from the Stargate you came in through. This was your attempt to figure out the way, get to the enemy without them noticing. Good news is, you are on the target planet, where they assume Hammond and company is being held. Bad news is, you are separated from the rest of your attack squadron and from Doug. Communications are inoperable. You assume it is due to enemy interference?
Are our own comms with each other working?
No. This is partially the reason why you are considering that there is interference around here.
Right.
Yep.
Let's stop for a moment. Right. We'll just rest here 5 minutes, grab a ref, grab a water, and then we have to keep moving.
As you are taking a short breather, you can hear the above as one of the vultures passes you by. You are unsure whether or not it has noticed you, but the positive sign is it's not shooting at you.
Just out of curiosity, from what I've been able to see through, breaks in the tree, is there, apart from there being in a forest or woods, are we able to see any other distant landmarks, like mountain ranges or city off in the distance or anything like that?
Right. What you found out when you entered through the Stargate, and now that you are reaching back to those memories of the short while it took for your squadron to arrive and the ambush to be sprung on you. You remember that there was a quite clear pathway from the Stargate to a city surrounded by verdant lush forest lands. And quickly from the damn it, words, why you fail me?
Words are hard.
The pathway to the city was surrounded by pillars and monuments of glory, obelisks. Yes, that's the one. The sharp-pointed pillars, so obelisks. That led to the city itself, and from behind them came the Anubis gods, who began opening fire on you, and surprisingly, though, the way that the forest was easier to cover. There was Anubis guards there, but they also provided you with cover, so you were able to slip by into the trees with the help of the heavy weapons squadron, courtesy of Blackwater International. Or should they call themselves Interstellar now? Well, at least interplanetary.
It's during this point, I'm just I'm taking out the mag, just double checking, making sure how many rounds I've got. Happy that I've got enough. Pop it back in there, and I'm just looking over. I'm assuming that it's just us three. There's no one else from the rest of the team. We've been totally separated from everyone else.
Yeah.
There.
At the moment, it's only the three of you. There may be someone else in the woods, but you are pretty certain that those guards began pursuit immediately, considering
Mhm.
the planes are still flying above you.
Right.
Well, the good
It's-
news is they probably don't know where we are, or else they wouldn't be having planes fly over. Or they'd be shooting at us, I presume.
Or they're trying to figure out where everybody's located.
Right. Have you, Steven's just going to turn to the two of you and just go, right, check your ammo now.
Looks good. Got lots. Armor piercing ones now. Not that that's going to make much of a difference. But
It's. Can I do a recon roll to try and figure out where we are in relation to? I know we're in the woods, but to get a sense of where we are in relation to the city, and then also to the Stargate.
Right. That would be a survival roll at this point. Or,
fair enough.
or failing that, if you have something that says navigation.
seafarer?
Uh,
navigation. Yes, I actually have navigation.
Navigation works. Yeah.
Wouldn't Streetwise also work for that too?
If there was a street.
Yeah, Streetwise only works if it's built surroundings. This is pretty wild.
Oh, nice roll.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
max.
With those two rolls, yeah.
Wooster, with those two rolls, can you please go onto the thing and draw a detailed map of everything?
Yeah.
Exactly where we are.
Yeah.
Do you want to wait for half an hour? Eh?
I'll lend you my Incarnate account if you want it.
Oh, you rolled max as well.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I can only roll sixes. Yay.
Well, the only reason I was going to say Streetwise is because Jaelle's actually originally from New York City, so she knows Central Park like the back of her hand.
Yeah, but Central Park has this thing that you can walk to the other end of it within 15 minutes.
That depends on what side of the park you're on.
I think it's also Central Park is surrounded by streets.
Yes.
But if you go into it, it's more wooded
Yeah.
in certain areas. So that's why I was like saying, hey, can I? But you guys already did it, so it's okay.
But there is
Okay.
paved paths.
Wooster is drawing something.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
I am. I'm throwing something for you.
Oh, no.
There's a castle. That's the pathway with the pillars. Okay. They're very close to each other. There's a yo are here. I'm guessing.
I like that one. You are here.
What happens is we actually find a wee pillar with a map. Like it's a theme park. Red dot.
This isn't Disneyland, sorry.
Yeah. There you are. And we'll just place this under
There's
here.
a tree.
Did you remember a Disney themed GreatLordD? All his cars are goofy.
Yeah.
I've only been
There
to
we
Disneyland.
go. That's close enough, I guess. Zoom out a bit. Yeah. There. Perfect. This is a stylish map.
So I'm assuming that is the Stargate.
And that's the city. Oops, I just drew a dot on it. That's the city.
Mhm.
And we're over here.
Damn, we've
Yep.
went some distance then. Okay.
So-
Yeah, I did say a
How-
day and a half.
Yeah. How long did it take us to get from the Stargate to basically around the city, where we got kind of like
You
ambushed or attacked?
you recall that you have been running
Mhm.
a day and a half now.
Mhm.
You are rather tired, but
Mhm.
you might be able to push on.
How long is a day on this planet?
72 hours. Could you
That's
imagine?
what I was gonna say.
That's
A day and a
24
half.
hours. It is surprisingly similar to Earth.
That would be the hilarious one. We start. Yeah, it's just been a day and a half. You've been running. Yeah, but this is a month you've been running, guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Time goes differently on every planet. That's why we
Yeah,
need to make sure
exactly.
here.
That's a good
Time
point.
does keep on slipping into the future. So the fabric
it's-
of the
Slipping through my
universe is
fingers all
banana
the time.
peels.
As long as we don't run into the Goblin King, I'm fine.
And the blue line is the lake river thingy behind us or behind you. So if we follow the river, we'll head back towards. If we follow the river
Yeah.
northwest, we'll head back towards the city.
You assume the river is gonna do
Yes.
that, but you never know. Rivers have a bad tendency of just not wanting to go through solid rock, so. And if they do, they usually try to go around first. That's
Depends how old the river is. It would have gone already through the rock long ago.
yeah.
If it's old enough.
That is a fair point. However, there's also the option that it has been manually redirected, or you know,
Manipulated, you mean?
Yeah.
Manually
Well, it
manipulated.
kind of looks like a canal behind you. So yeah, it might have been artificial.
this actually is a artificial river. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting somebody to claim copyright of this picture. So
Just around the river bend.
No, just the left of it. I'm not going to copy the right of it.
yeah, the right side does seem a bit worse. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, kind of blurry.
I'm
and-
trying not to sing that song now, Sarah.
So, what do you guys think? Should we head? If they're going to keep the prisoners, they're probably going to keep them in the city.
Towards the center of the city, which would be even
Oh,
worse.
right, I forgot. There's one detail of the city that I didn't draw.
What,
Me and my
massive
mouth.
pyramid?
There's a pyramid in it.
So is it like Egyptian built or Conan the Barbarian built Beastmastery look?
I has these straight angles.
Okay, so Egyptian.
So it is a pyramid, not a ziggurat.
And okay,
You know,
I'm guessing it's just the bare rock of the pyramid we're seeing. It's nothing like the images of a ship trying to come down on towards it or anything like that.
No, it seemed to be just a rock.
Okay.
At least from where you saw it. You only saw the top half because the city was in the way of the bottom half. So
Okay.
well, we can
Okay.
probably get back to the gate faster than a day and a half, only because on the way out we would have been more cautious and going slower to
And-
hide ourselves better.
and technically you were doing the zigzag instead of going straight
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. Or it looks like it probably would take about the same amount of time, given the angles, to get to the
Right.
city.
Military Tactics 101 here, guys. They have us on the run. They're going to try and stop us from escaping. There. Our only sure way of escape is the Stargate. They're going to have that watched. that is where we're more likely to come across enemy forces.
Also, where we're more likely to come across friendly forces.
True. But what my hope is if any of our friends have been captured, they'll be taken to a strong point, and if they think they have us on the run, they're more likely have released forces from said strong point to the chase. So the safest place might be the city.
Could go where they think we're not going to go.
Yeah, the last place. The issue is if we keep running, we're just going to get ourselves further away from where we know other people are, and we're going into territory we do not know. And if we stay out here, and if we just stay here, we are going to be eventually found. Our best chance of getting back home is getting to that city and finding resources of some kind.
I agree. We could go along the river and then still in the forest, and then cut out towards the city when we get closer.
This is kind of going to be a catch-22, though. You gotta look at it both, but you have to look at it both ways. What if they want us to head into the city, knowing we don't have a chance to go back to the gate?
If you keep rethinking everything too many times, you'll never do anything.
If we don't do anything, all we're going to be doing is either staying here and they're going to find us eventually, or we're going to starve and our supplies run out.
That I understand. What I'm trying to get at is, either way, we're going to end up going against forces. Which of the forces do we really want to face?
At the moment, I would rather be in a. I do not know how far these would extend. I do not want to get caught out in the open against an aerial force. So either I want to stay in these woods, or I want to get into the city. And if I was, depending on, if it was me, if I was nasty enough, I would be prepared to firebomb woods just to destroy an enemy force. Whereas a stronghold, I might be less inclined to turn powerful weaponry against it. You know, why destroy your own infrastructure?
That is a good idea, but we've also seen them throw their own people through a gate.
There's a different, yeah. But there.
Yeah, that's people. They've got lots of those.
That's my view. That I
Most of
think
them are
might be
probably
the thing we
slaves
have to
anyway.
consider. It might be something useful to know whether or not how they actually view infrastructure loss. Because if they are prepared to sacrifice infrastructure, then us fighting them is going to be difficult.
I wouldn't mind sacrificing some of their infrastructure.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they'll be less inclined to destroy it.
We can head that way. If that's what if that's the good idea we're going on, then that's fine. Like I said,
It's just going to be more of a matter of how do we go about doing this.
One step at a time. And then the next step. And a step quickly passed, and another step quickly passed.
It's a question of, do we just head straight back there, or do we take our time, or do we even take more time to try and sneak in?
Well, as I said, if we continue up the river, assuming it keeps going straight, unless it redirects towards the city, then we can go up the river until we're parallel with the city and then head across. So we're not going directly back.
Also, the trees do thin out as we get near the river, so it's going to give us easier movement.
That too. So not in that picture. In that picture, those trees are pretty thick right up to the water, but still. Fortunately, they're not evergreens with big ass bottom bits, because then there wouldn't be any ground.
The ones that like to swallow dogs.
The ones that like to swallow ducks, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe that's where Doug went.
without his floaties.
So this
So
is the
let-
thing that Steve MacDonald's wanting to do. Max wanting to do first. He's wanting to actually just turn an eye towards the water in the river. Is there any indication of life in that? Like, is there fish, creatures swimming along it?
All right, with your survival roll, yeah, there is life in it. There seems to be things moving in it.
I just want to make sure if I'm going to be dipping my canteen in it, it's not just been one that there's been refuse put.
Yeah, this is actually a sewer.
Yeah.
Where is my inventory? I have a. What was it called? I have a scientific toolkit, so I can test the water to see if it's potable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if what role that is, but
That would be science roll.
scientific would be science. Ooh, do I have
Who
science
the
as a
funk?
skill? Yes, I even have it at skill level 1.
Go ahead and give yourself
12.
a +2 from the cat. Okay.
Okay, 14 then.
Right. So you go ahead and start doing your. I should have probably asked what time measure you're taking, because this is if you're going through the analysis process, that's 1 day 6 hours. If you want to do
Oh.
it faster, that reduces the time to 1d6 times 10 minutes, and then 1d6 minutes, and finally 1d6 seconds.
I'll do
Each
the
one of them
minutes
is +2 difficulty.
Okay, well, I'll do the minutes, and hopefully I rolled high enough at 14.
Okay, that's minutes, so that means +4. That's a total of 10. Okay. The sorry, never mind. The difficulty goes up from 8 to 12. You still succeed. So, which means you quickly analyze it, and it seems to be H2O with assortment of random minerals and biological life of indeterminate species, but microbial levels of it. Your general assessment is that the water is safe to drink for humanoid.
There you go. Yes, it's safe to drink. We don't have to drink it now, but it is safe to drink.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to just take off my rucksack, pull out a wee survival kit, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split the chlorination tablets amongst the 3 of us.
Are we going swimming?
No, well, it's not chlorination.
You mean the purification tabs?
Yeah, is it fluorine that it's not chlorine, it's fluorine in them, I think. It gives them a nasty taste, but it's to kill off germs.
Right. You are as you are on the river bend doing your research.
We're doing the research in the trees. We went out, got the water, went back in the trees.
Yeah, but you are at the river, as in close proximity of it, close enough to start hearing singing of the river. As a little floating thing is carried off by the water towards north of the river, and somebody is quite raucously singing, very
Let me
well
guess,
off
they're
the
singing,
tune.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
You would assume something along those lines.
Just the song that kind of repeats on itself.
Yeah.
Goodness, can any of us
and-
understand it?
And it is quite clearly off key because whoever it is constantly skipping a part, going like, and is quite clearly inebriated by whatever as they are floating down.
What are they wearing?
Right. You take a closer look, gaze upon the river, and yes, on top of a raft, there seems to be somebody holding up a flagon, sitting on a collection of barrels, and seems to be wearing something you would associate with a Renaissance fair.
Okay, you gotta be more specific.
I think he means
A tunic?
Yeah, a tunic, pants, leather boots.
A hat shaped like a boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to
Pull
be
out,
armed.
Pull out the rifle. No.
Well, actually, he has two arms, one on each side, and you would assume it's a he, considering the flat chest. But who knows about these aliens?
So he's humanoid but not human.
Well, seems human to you, but
Oh, okay.
you've seen humans before. They're just different colored hue. This one seems to be a greenish in tone.
Oh, an Orion. Okay. Oh, wrong universe. Sorry. Excuse me. Okay, guys, do we want to ambush this fellow, or do we just take the information and realize that if we're disguised enough, we could probably get into the city?
he might
As if we act drunk and wear really weird clothing.
he might. Let's see where he's going. There might be a fishing village or something like that.
Well, it's pretty obvious he's going northwest, and yeah, but that's the way we were going to go anyway.
He's going down the river.
Yes, and he doesn't seem to be in a hurry, so
Mm.
we shouldn't have any problems keeping up with him.
Yep. I see no reason for us to go in the opposite direction.
Okay, here's our little red line. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do.
Careful.
Oh, it's a tree. Go around it. Do-do-do-do.
So you follow this annoying singing, eh?
Mhm.
Okay.
Eventually, the sound will become mind-numbing. But
Give me a recon, please.
who?
Any one of you.
Recon.
Recon.
I'll do it.
Okay. As you are, how do you call it, following it, you notice that there is a flyby again. And pretty soon after the flyby of a vulture, you see one of those bigger transport ships flying in, and it seems to begin its landing procedure over the water in the path of the raft.
Just
Let's move a
going-
little further into the woods at this point.
Yeah, but I'm going to go into a crouch and just observe what happens.
Okay, so you is gonna be in stealthy mode. Anyone else who wants to stay and observe, or will you just go hide in the trees?
I'm gonna be back further in the trees, and then I'll crouch. I'll keep an eye on Mac.
Recon intelligent.
This would be a stealth roll to stay hidden. No streetwise allowed in the forest. Sorry.
I wasn't gonna do that, good sir.
I want to use Seafarer. Damn.
Well, you could if you were in the boat.
Oops.
What is going on?
You rolled stealth twice, and both times got a 6. Oh no.
No,
that
no,
was-
no.
No.
John rolled twice, and
No. John
Mhm.
rolled the 6, and then Sarah rolled. The
oh, that's a recon first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wrote.
and I guess I'll roll a stealth anyway. It's with dexterity.
You don't need to. You are far enough that you won't be spotted.
Ah, okay.
So you can't also see anything, but you
Well,
can't
I can.
be spotted.
I went back far enough so I could see them.
But you don't see any of the
Right,
enemy,
yeah.
and the enemy can't see you. So I mean, it's
Okay.
mutual exchange. So these two huddle up in some bushes and observe what is going on at the riverside. And you see as Raft slowly proceeds to meet up with the transport ship that opens up its hatch directly towards it. The singing man stops his singing and is seemingly gets a bit nervous as the soldiers from inside the craft stop his raft with the ship still with the transport ship still floating above the water. The landing pad stopping the raft. The soldiers walk on top of it. Their heavy armor making it.
Mhm.
But regardless, they go ahead and start open up all the barrels, tilting them overboard, and whatever liquid they had is now mixed in with the water of the river, and they proceed to march back into their ship, and leave this poor man struggling to stay on board of the craft that is both now slippery and waving from the aftershock of the transport leaving.
So you're saying the water's going to taste a lot better now? Okay.
Down downstream.
Okay.
Oh, both of you roll language. Not you, Doug. Not you, Dan, but the rest of you.
I don't have language, so it's just going to be is it intellectual? Fair.
Yeah, intellect with a -3.
Intellect with a -3 for both of us.
If you don't
Yeah.
have the skill.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have the skill.
But you can roll just language. Yeah, that was a good roll. Lots of 6s there.
It's just the pure negative.
Yeah. Right. Sarah actually recognizes the language. This green fellow starts starts to curse after these things leave. This is the same language you spoke on the Dead World, or the Snow Planet, whatever you call it.
Awesome. I wasn't there.
So
Yeah.
basically something of her heritage. So
Yeah. At least the curse words seem similar enough.
Like most humans, we all learn the sweary words first.
not always.
And they're the loudest and easiest to imitate. You don't need to know what they mean, you just know it's bad. It's good enough.
Like, I'm trying to think new. Like, it always feels like the first word everyone learns in German is Scheiße. You know.
Yeah, because that's what you hear the most.
Yeah.
Like if you travel to Finland, the first word you'll learn is perkele.
I think the first word I actually learned was I must have just been around a lot of polite Finns. It was Kiitos.
Yeah.
Finns always thanking everyone for everything there.
Yeah, we're very polite to foreigners.
Welcome to Canada, where the first word you'll ever hear is sorry.
Sorry.
Not getting into this conversation with you guys.
Yeah, we all know what's the word you hear when you go to Yanks.
First words you ever learn is mommy and daddy here.
I thought it was fuck.
No.
Yeah, that's what Mommy and Daddy did. That's why otherwise you wouldn't be here.
I walked into that.
Okay. On that note, the ship went away.
The transport ship
okay.
did run away, and
Ship ran away, and that guy is now cussing in a language that I can understand.
and
Well,
that guy is also in the water.
No
Oh,
wonder he's cursing.
Yeah,
He's all wet.
he's now all wet. His raft is continuing on, and he's struggling to stay afloat.
So he can't swim, you're saying.
Seems like it.
I'm gonna dive in after him. If I'm noticing he can't swim. Which is gonna give me away, though. It won't give them away.
well, as soon as I see
Okay.
you heading towards the river, I'm going to come out with you guys.
Jaelle dashes in, lost me an athletics strength to save the poor sod.
Athletic dex, you said? Or
Athletic
strength?
strength. It's more about you having enough muscle power to get this splashing individual out of the water than.
Nope.
Holds them underwater.
Oh, what did it do it twice? Okay, whatever.
We're counting the first one. So yeah, it appears you are managing to take a hold of him, and he's dragging you under.
This I'm gonna make a. I'm gonna.
Toss a rope to them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna pull a rope out of the pack and toss it over.
Okay, so
I assume if it's the same language the guy with his dog was talking on that snowy world, that I understand the swearing as well, since I've already recognized that language. Or do I
Sorry?
have to roll language again?
you don't hear anyone speaking at the moment.
Oh,
All you hear is two people splashing around in the water.
Yep. So Sarah, take 1d6 points of damage. 4 points of damage. This is suffocation related.
That doesn't even touch me through my armor, though.
No,
no,
this
no.
ignores your armor because water
Okay.
gets in. You don't have a vacuum seal armor, I assume.
Oh, wait.
For some reason, I have vac suit skill, but no, I don't have vac suit.
So
No,
like
I have
Jaelle
a, I have
just-
a, I have a squirrel suit. I have environmental mask. I have an NBC suit.
as you jumped in the water, a scuba suit just appeared.
You didn't say that you affixed your scuba suit for this.
No,
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I know
yeah.
my squirrel suit and my NBC suit don't hop with us. So yeah.
Yeah. The NBC suit might have one of those breather thingies that works underwater. But yeah. Okay, so next round. Who else wants to do something?
He threw a rope.
Yeah, I'm going to be throwing a rope.
You're gonna throw a rope. All right. That's gonna give an advantage to Jaelle.
So athletics roll. I'm
Athletic
guessing?
strength.
Yeah, but you're not the one rolling it.
No, you just automatically succeeded with that.
All right. Okay.
So I roll the athletic.
Strength part with just normally roll it.
You're going to get for the boon.
Okay, that's an 8. But let's see if the boon works. Yeah, the
Yeah,
boon
with
actually
the-
works,
it's
making it a 10. This time around, you managed to get the panicky drunk individual off of with the help of the rope back to the shoreline, and a lot of spitting out water ensues immediately once you reach the shoreline. Yeah.
I've seen this before. That's the spitting image of something I've seen before. Okay, never mind.
And yeah, he is lunging out a lot of water.
Mhm.
A lot of penguins, yeah.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Ruach.
It's-
Technically, that should be me trying to say it in between, like getting
No,
the water out of my
you're
lungs.
spitting out water. That's why I can talk.
But you don't know the language, though.
Yes, I do. I spoke to the guy on that planet.
Yeah, but you haven't
Yeah.
heard this one speak.
No, you haven't heard him speak yet. I'm the only one that's heard him speak.
You're playing Mesa.
Whatever, fine. As soon as he says something, I'll recognize it, then I'll start speaking to him.
Me spewing out water and speaking the language, then yeah, then you know what I'm trying to say, and you can basically tell me to stop.
Okay.
That works.
Once he's done with the vomiting, he sits down on the grass of the moist mud and grass, whatever the combination is there, and thanks for pulling me out, guys. Oh, you shouldn't drink. And
That's never a good idea.
I was doing just fine until those dickheads came in.
Why did they dump your cargo?
They thought I was smuggling something. It was some enemies or something.
Barrels.
Yeah, I said like this. I wouldn't soil my booze with some idiots.
That makes sense. Idiot flavored booze is never good.
Ow! Last time I tried piss and that wasn't good either.
At least the water in the river here is going to taste a little better for a while.
I like you. I like you. You don't happen to have anything to like, do you?
Well, do you want something to make you more sober or less sober?
I look like the kind of guy who wants to be sober.
No.
Well,
Okay.
that's much.
I pull out the good old flask that seems to. Did I actually give the flask, one of the flasks, to the snowbound world guy? I don't remember.
You can use
I-
your money to
Yeah.
buy a new one.
Well, no, I already had two, but
Gave
well, in
one
any
to
case,
the guy in
I'll
the
let him. I'll
office.
let him drink out of this one. I won't give it to him. Here you go.
Oh.
Try this.
Wow. That's new. What's it?
Hey, leave some for us. I grabbed the flask back.
Back. And he flops over and starts snoring.
Let's pull him into the woods, guys. We don't want
Knock
anybody
him
flying
out with
over.
alcohol.
Can I get a hand here? He's not light.
It's Mac's just gonna take one hat, one arm, and just hook it underneath the armpit.
I'll take the other arm and we can just drag him.
Yeah.
No, Janelle will carry the feet.
Okay. I guess we won't leave tracks that way.
Mhm.
No.
Except for our footprints. That's fine.
Yeah.
Walk in a
It-
straight line to hide our numbers. Oh no, we're not sand people.
Right. Also, roll me endurance, will you?
Who? All of us?
Jaelle with a bane because Jaelle went swimming. Just raw endurance, nothing else.
All of us.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Okay,
the bane.
Jaelle
Without
is
the bane.
exhausted.
Ah,
Well, actually, even with the Bane, that's still a 9.
No, only Jaelle
No.
gets the bane.
No, I get the bane.
Oh.
And it didn't matter
okay,
if I
so-
got the bane or not. That number is horrible.
actually, even if she was to take the page, she's actually better off with it. That's the funny thing.
Yeah,
No,
the ba-
no, because it's the lowest two numbers. I learned that
it's
one the other
obviously-
time.
yeah, sorry. You can't use this, but sorry, yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so Jaelle is completely exhausted. That means until further notice, you get an automatic bane on any physical activity. That's the extent of it. You've been trekking these woods a day and a
Mhm.
half, and
Where's the sun in the sky at the moment?
sun in the sky. Sun in the sky is, you would assume, somewhere a little bit over midday.
So it came through at midnight. Okay.
It's like
That did help with your escape.
Mac's gonna say, look, guys, we can't keep carrying him.
No, I've just been getting him into the woods. That's all I
Yeah,
said.
no.
We're not
Yeah.
going to lug him with us the whole way.
Yeah, but this is like it's actually stop and it's like going.
Is his raft still traveling down the river?
I would assume so.
Wooster?
What?
Is his raft still traveling down the river?
You gonna look?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a stealth.
Don't have it, so I get this, and then I go here, and I go that, and then I go boom. 7.
Right. As you go peek at the river, you see flying over it, and you assume
bad
you
news.
managed to dodge suitably behind some obstacles as they fly past and don't seem to notice you. But yeah, the raft is going way over there.
Okay, so much for plan
Yeah.
7. At least
You
it's not plan 9
could
for
go
Mother's
and
Day.
catch it if you run for it.
Yeah.
It's
Just
not
the-
going particularly fast, but it is going at a steady pace.
The next question I'm just wanting to ask is, the flights overhead, are they increasing in number? Are they decreasing? Is there more raptors or is there less?
Recon education, please.
Sure. Looks like I'm not picking up enough.
Yeah, you just now realize that, yeah, should have get a better tally on how often they do.
Yeah.
Math is important. Everybody
Mhm.
remember, math is good.
Common Core is bad.
What's bad?
Common Core.
I don't know what that means.
You don't want to know.
Okay.
Oh, is it the new math?
It's the new math.
Yeah.
It's the new math.
They had the new math when I was a kid, so
Oh no, this is
it's not the
worse.
same thing.
This is the new math.
The newer math.
I can't figure it out to save my life. Yeah.
You guys are there with your unconscious drunkard.
Should we get the raft, guys?
I'm stuck with the junkyard. There's no way I'm gonna be able to catch that
I'm
raft.
asking a question. I didn't say, did you want to go get it yourself? I said, should we get the raft?
Mac thinks about it as, okay, it allows us to maybe travel quicker, but at the same time, it's putting us in the open.
I was more thinking tossing this guy onto his raft and letting him go.
No.
We're tossing him in the river.
I'm not going to toss him in the river. We saved his life, but if we put him on the raft, they could harass him again. They might actually mention that he saw 3 people. That increases.
I suppose.
Whereas-
Let's try and like wake him up, and we can ask him questions about the city if maybe he knows something about that. Caffeine tablets. Yeah, that's it.
Smelling salts under the nose.
That works too. Yeah. Let's see if we can wake him up, Wooster.
Sure. I mean, considering you're all tired, you could also just rest. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of the talk about
you can-
using smelling salts, but does it actually really work? I've never actually seen it in real life being used.
Actually, they use it in the NHL all the time.
All right.
You can use that. It is which was where was it in the book?
So I have no idea if it's in the book.
Ah, okay. I thought you found it in the book somewhere.
No, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
It would be
Before
part of
we do
it would be
anything-
part of my med kit, probably.
Before
That's
we
a
do
fair point.
anything,
Yep.
Dan, can how much of your flask do you have left?
I don't know. How much did you drink? Probably half.
Probably half, yeah.
I'm gonna probably be owing you the rest. Can I have that flask?
What are you going to do with the alcohol?
I have truth serum on me.
And what has that got to do with the flask?
Give it to the drunkard. So
Yeah,
when he
you
talks to
inject
us,
truth serum. You don't drink it.
I would think you drink it, honestly, but that's different.
No, no, it's something you inject into people. You haven't seen enough movies, I guess.
Every movie that I've ever seen, it's been ingested.
What's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the guys with the nukes?
Yeah, to be fair, it's a TL5 thing, so it can be tablets as well or something ingested. I mean,
It's generally the reason why you see stuff like the idea, the concept of it being injected, it's straight into the bloodstream. It's
Exactly.
just it works quicker. If
Yeah.
you were to ingest it, it takes the time.
And it'll get ruined by your stomach acid anyway. So
Well, you would have to actually decide it for it to survive the
Mm.
chemical reactions there.
yeah, but yeah. Nope, you can't have my flask. But if you want to inject him, that's fine. But we need to wake him up first.
I would inject him first, so that way when we wake him up, there's no way we can have a buffer if it's working or not.
Okay. And he probably won't feel the injection anyway.
Exactly, because he's already numb.
Sure, we'll try that. Though I think he'd probably tell us the truth anyway since we saved his life. But I just noticed your lot of penguins comment, Froggy. I have no idea what it was referring to, but penguins is always the right answer.
it was a while ago.
Mhm.
Is that
That was
348?
in regard to him falling off the raft, I think.
It was
that was
anyway
before that.
when you were doing the penguin thing.
It was 12 minutes before he said he might fall off the raft. I've got the times on the other one on my laptop.
Probably should add timestamps. Well.
I have the timestamps as well.
Yay.
And somebody's Discord is open.
Yeah, Steam packs. Steam packs can also be used to boost someone's awareness. It removes fatigue. Hint, hint.
Yeah, okay. Jaelle gets a stim pack and the guy gets a truth serum and a stim pack.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like a plan?
Mhm.
Nobody's answering?
Said
Sounds like a
yep.
plan?
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Steam pack is 50 per unit.
And I just took the truth serum out of my equipment.
Yep. So, traveler who uses stims removes fatigue, but also sustains 1 point of damage. So yeah.
So your endurance goes up, but it goes down.
No, she doesn't know. She no longer gets the bane on everything.
Ah, okay. But it takes 1 point of damage.
It takes 1 point of damage, and also the guy asleep next to you takes 1 point of damage and awakens with a gasp. Whoa! I fell asleep, didn't I?
You did.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
what do you know about the city off to the northwest?
Oh, I live there.
What's it called?
Memphis.
Memphis?
Yeah.
Okay, I know a place called Memphis.
Oh, you've
They
been
play
there before?
tennis. They played tennis there. See?
That's tennis.
Tennis, see? Memphis. Okay. It's a
I
sport.
don't see it today.
It's a sport. That's okay.
Never heard of that sport. How do you play?
So are the bird-headed guys, what do they call those, sirens or whatever? Are they in charge there?
Oh, no. We're Anubis.
And Anubans. Okay.
Yeah.
Are the Anubans in charge there?
Oh, yeah? Who else? This is the home planet of Anubis.
Oh. Is this the city that Anubis lives in? Or
Well, it's the gatekeeping city, so the important city, but it's not his home. No,
okay.
he lives in the heavens.
Okay.
Well, I do suppose calling a ship heavens is sort of like overselling it, but
He lives in the sky.
Yeah.
With diamonds. Is his name Lucy?
well, he does have a palace on Crown, so he occasionally spends time there. But you know, I don't think I'm supposed to be telling you about this, but yeah, who gives a fuck? You dragged me out of the water.
Exactly. Tit for tat.
Yeah.
Oh,
You didn't look like you could swim, so I had to save you.
I know I can't swim.
odd that you'd be going down a river if you can't swim. But
Well, it's a lot easier to carry 7 barrels of grog when you're doing it on a raft.
yeah, a cart probably doesn't work very well on the river anyway.
No, and you'd have to buy some sort of animal to pull the cart because the heck if I'm gonna lug around 700 stones worth of stuff.
Sorry, he said stones, and I thought, no, he's stoned. Okay, that's a different drug. You guys got any questions?
Oh yeah, who are you?
I'm Fred. The guy over there is George, and the female is Ringo.
Weird names.
We're the Beatles. No,
Don't look like Beatles.
no, it's a band.
They don't look like a band either.
Wait, we're a band on the run.
Oh, like a band of brothers.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Band of brothers marching together, heads held high in all kinds of weather. With firing blasts, the roaring rockets rise. Beyond the earth, beyond the skies.
Oh, that's actually quite nice. Can you?
It's the theme from Rocket Robin Hood. There you go.
It's
Theme of Rocking Hood.
Yes.
Mac's just gonna turn.
You know rulers?
Do I know what?
Other rulers.
The kind that are like a foot long.
Oh, he's talking about like Osiris and Iris and
Oh, yeah,
I know
Peyton.
Hammond. I know Hammond.
Hammond. Oh, Hammond. I know a Hammond. Yeah, we the soldiers captured one just some time ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
where did they like take him to the city?
Oh yeah, he's in the palace dungeons. Anubis wanted us to build some sort of new interrogation device for him.
And you were going to interrogate him with barrels of grog?
Oh no, that's a hobby.
What this is, I'm assuming Dan or Jaelle is translating this. Mac's just going to say, what sort of interrogation device?
Oh
What sort of interrogation device? There, I translated for you.
well, I'm actually quite proud of it. It uses the individual's own electricity to channel it into specific parts of the body, causing extreme agony and numbness of the brain afterwards. So it's sort of a double whammy. He both gets woozy and in pain, and sort of can't distinguish reality from from dreams. So we can sort of use that to manipulate them to thinking about safe places. So
If he can't distinguish reality from imagination, then wouldn't anything he tells you be suspect?
oh, there's a few ways you can go around that. That's isn't mine. Hitesh does the mental manipulation more than I do. I just build machines, you know.
So this is your baby or your idea?
Oh well. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of the idea. It's just came to me in a flash. Is being drunk helps with that, and the suppressed memory.
If you build it, he will come. What? Sorry, Froggy. Anyway.
Okay, Costner.
Well.
Oh no, that's not my name.
What's your name?
Duncan.
Franken? As in-
Duncan.
Oh, Duncan. I can Franken. Duncan. Oh, okay. Did you have
Duncan.
a second? Did you have a second name? Donuts?
I'm not rich enough for that. Technically, I could get a second name. Wasn't even worth the money.
I understand.
Do you have a second name?
Yeah, Revere.
Oh, Fred Revere.
No, Paul Revere.
Is that Fred?
Oh, I thought no, I said Paul and George and Ringo. The Beatles.
You said Fred.
Oh, you're confused. There's no Beatle named Fred.
I never met a walking beetle before, anyway.
Oh, okay.
Well, technically, all beetles walk. They just have a lot more legs. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Well, you would have enough legs, but also have a lacking number of horns and wings and dung balls.
And antennae. Yes.
Right,
Also-
Max, just going to say,
And
like,
way too
as
many
fascin-
hands.
As fascinating as this drunk conversation is going, can we get him to talk about how the hell do we get to Hammond? Because we know he's supposedly in the dungeon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If we want to go visit Hammond and see how your awesome machine is working, how would we go about doing that?
Yeah, well, you would need to have the permission of the palace guard, of course.
Of course.
And you need to get to the city first.
Yeah. And we'd have to
And,
get to the palace dungeon first.
well, that's the last part. Because that,
no.
to get to the dungeon, you need to get to the palace. To get to the palace, you need to get to the guards. And to get to the guards, you need to get to the city. And before you can get to the city, where's my raft?
Where's your raft? Way down the river. It ran away.
Yeah. It's gonna bunker bust, isn't it? Right.
And why were you on the boat getting the grog if you're the one that came up with the idea for the machine or whatever it is inside the dungeon?
Because I was thirsty?
This is what you do on Thursdays. Okay.
I mean, do you ever get time off? I guess
Not
you do
enough.
because you're in here.
Not enough, but yeah.
So what are you doing in this wood?
I'm going to temporarily switch to a language that they understand, and he doesn't, hopefully.
English?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
English.
English. And then, of course, I'll actually do it in Pig Latin just to make it even more obscure. I a inkfe iwe udshe Ilke is the soul ass A.
It's at this point, Matt's
At
just
this
gonna
point, the
walk
game
over-
master doesn't know what you're talking.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on.
Max is just gonna walk up to Daniel and just lightly slap him and say, "Stop speaking in tongues. Speak English."
That was English. It was just Pig Latin. That's all.
Big Latin is not English.
Ude uye otne ixpe igpe atenle.
Janelle is actually toppling over laughing at this whole entire conversation because she really has no clue what's going on.
Do you think I'm insane or something?
Yes, he has gone insane.
Do you not
Does
speak
he do
Pig
this
Latin?
often?
On Thursdays normally.
You mean Thursday phase?
He only does this on Thursdays.
What's a Thursday?
You said you were Thursday earlier.
No, I was thirsty.
Oh, Thursday.
Oh, it sounded like Thursday. I thought you got Thursdays off.
That's a weird name for a day.
Basically, I'm telling these guys in Pig Latin or whatever English. Do you speak English? He doesn't respond. Okay.
What did
With
you say?
confusion. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna have to nix this fellow, or else he would probably tell anybody he encountered about us.
Or we could actually use him to get in. We did technically save his life.
Yes, and then we drugged him.
He doesn't know the last part.
He already said I shouldn't be telling you this, but, and then he told us anyway. So I think he knows, but yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Mac? Notice how I will never call you Stephen.
And yet you just did.
It's general rule of thumb for fortresses. It depends on how it's designed. It's either designed as a fortress to stop people from getting in, or it's a prison to stop people from getting out.
Oh, hey, guys.
It's a city, by the way. That has
No, I'm
this
talking about
palace in it.
the palace bit.
Oh, okay.
I remembered something. I actually have the prototype of the device in my home. You can come to my place. My wife will cook you something, and well, you did save my life, so I could show you how it works.
Does your
Sure.
wife might have
How far
clothes
away
I
do
can
you
change
live?
into?
What now? Change what?
Was it to me or to Dan?
Both of you.
How far away is your home?
Oh, it's in the city.
And
Is the city not guarded?
Yeah.
Would we not be conspicuous in our clothing?
Well, you are dressed up rather weird, yeah? I didn't mention it. The hell kind of clothing is that?
And the fact that our skin isn't green?
Well, that's nothing new. There's blue guys there, too.
Are there people that look like us there?
Yeah,
Okay.
in dungeon.
Oh, I meant walking around in the city.
And this black, this brown, this gray, this blue, green. There's a couple red ones too, but none of them are pink. No.
So if a pink
Don't
one
think
got
so.
together,
Uh,
a red one got together with a yellow one, and oh, never mind. We're
There's
gonna
no
have to disguise
yellow
ourselves.
though. That's a good point. We
What-
don't have any yellows. Not that I've seen any.
Wait a minute.
We're gonna have to disguise ourselves.
Which planet does pink?
Pluto.
Never heard of that one. Oh, oh.
And Goofy.
Which lord is your lord? I don't see any symbols I recognize on you.
None of us are tattooed.
What would you say if I said we had no lord?
I would say you're in big trouble. Because the system lords don't really like independent peoples. They usually burn them, stab them, or nail them to a tree or something.
Is that
Um,
order?
Not always.
Uh,
Oh, there might be torture too.
with your device.
Yeah, now that I think of it, they might use that. Huh? I don't know if they want information, because if they want to inflict pain, there's better tools for that. But this one is more for getting information.
Coercion.
Yeah. You mentioned the city is the guard the gate. Would you know how many guards there are? Roughly.
At each gate.
And on a gate.
Or in the city, or you said you've been in the palace.
Oh, guards in Memphis. Last 5,000.
Right.
You have a garrison because you never leave the gate without a garrison. That's just dumb for a capital planet.
I'm guessing there is the occasional attack through the gate in such a sizable force.
Yeah, sometimes they send raiding parties. And ever since we start sending troops to the gate to attack the New World, well, yes, they suffered a bit of casualties, but they are still
When
most
you
of them
said
are
when
still off world.
They
Yeah.
attack the gate. Who were you referring to?
Oh, the Hammond people.
Uh,
Are you a Hammond people? You do look kind of same.
nah.
Why did you attack us?
Why did it what? Carter.
Why did you attack our people?
I didn't attack anybody.
Yeah, but your people did.
We saved you.
Yeah, that's what confuses me. Because
We
you
didn't
all
attack
attacked
anybody.
through the gate. Have made our and you don't have a lord, so that's not who made the decision.
Let's
But
just
Anubis
say,
says that you attacked our people and killed our people by the 100. So we need to take
What?
vengeance. And now he's stopped sending troops to the Stargate, and is instead building up a fleet.
To attack this Hammond person, who he's already got in his dungeon.
Oh no, Hammond's boss, Hammond's leader, Hammond's planet.
Eggs.
Not
Hammond
eggs,
egg.
planets.
Hammond eggs. Yeah.
People are confused.
Apart from the system lords, is there any other potential threats to Anubis?
Oh, no. No. No, no. Only gods can challenge gods.
So the gods you mean is like Bass, Osiris, Isis.
Oh, you know the gods. Ah, good. Well, you should. But yes, the other gods. Hmm. But there is no big wars. I will see that nothing happens.
Yes, if you go to war, then Ra will cook you. I get it.
Well, he will.
Ra.
He will
know-
usually
so-
keep things peaceful to an extent, but there has been wars when Ra says it's worth it.
Okay, I'm gonna pull Stefan and Dan back with me a little bit away from him. If I think this is correct, they're following the Egyptian gods. If we say we're under Ra's protection, we might be able to get in without having an issue.
But how would we prove it? I like the idea, but how would we prove it?
Again, Ra's the main god. So if we tried going with a lesser god in Egyptian lore,
No. I think it's a good idea. Just how would we prove to them that we were under Ra's protection?
that
Ah,
would be
yeah.
more of you of Dan to figure that one out.
We have holy Pringles. We could use those. Sorry, that's what's look like John is eating.
Well, let's give you guys some time to think. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
See you in
Where's
10,
the
Froggy.
pause? Doom. Woohoo! Welcome back. We have exchanged Steven for a better player. Oh wait, John. Ooh. No, please come back. Damn it. Your own fault for eating ice cream. Mm-hmm. Knowing us, you should have expected this. All right, I keep on forgetting that.
Froggy's
this
wondering
is
why
usually-
why John and I are bouncing our breasts.
Right, I forgot that I am fidgeting around with things, and some things work with different setups, and I forgot to set up the voices back on for you guys.
So,
Okay, at least there was no plot relevant details to be missed.
so I have a question for Duncan. Do representatives of other gods show up in the city occasionally?
Yeah?
Do they normally have some sort of a symbol marking who they are?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. If you go into Discord under Stargate, I have a suggestion that we use like a permanent Sharpie kind of thing and draw this symbol on our foreheads.
No.
Why? You're the one who said we had to be representatives of Ra.
To do it on our wrists.
Why?
Because that makes more sense. Not on our
Not if you-
foreheads.
Not if you've ever watched Stargate.
Maybe if you're higher up in the chain, but if you're emissaries, I would think more of the rest. Because it's more of a marker.
Hmm.
But we can do your room. I'm
I think it might be a question of asking the local where would such marks be.
Okay. I'll ask Duncan, where would such marks be?
On the forehead.
Of course.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't wanting to apply the meta from the Stargate universe. It's based on what Wooster would be applying.
Yeah, I have
Ooh.
been changing a few tidbits of the meta
Yeah.
here and there just to throw you off.
So
but it's
that's
going more
why
towards lore.
No, Lore was the character from Star Trek, Data's brother. Yeah. Yeah. So perhaps we should this I'll say this in Duncan's language. Perhaps we should go into the woods and wash off the makeup that's on our foreheads and actually display our representation.
You are in the forest?
In English, away from him.
Okay. So what do you do?
Who's the best artist and who's the worst artist?
None of you, I believe, have art.
Art. Oh.
No, actually, technically, wouldn't Streetwise follow underneath that?
Nope.
Graffiti?
Jack of all
graffiti-
trades would go under
Graffiti is
that.
still art. Streetwise is your ability to survive in the concrete jungle, not your ability to perform artistry.
Well, I'm gonna try it on a. I'm gonna try drawing that symbol on a piece of paper, and I'm gonna use art. Art with what?
That would be dexterity to mimic something.
Not intelligence or education. Oh, damn
Yep.
it.
No, it's more about
It's
you.
your ability to hold the freaking pen in your hand.
Uh, 11.
Yeah, sure. It looks mighty convincing on the paper.
Who wants to be the first guinea pig? Of course, who's going to draw it on me? But that's me.
Yeah, I was gonna think that. Who's gonna draw it on you afterwards?
Chloe.
I'll put it on Mac first, or I could just be your flunky.
This is at this point, Mac just says, we might want to pick someone that, just in case, Anubis is not maybe at war with.
He's not going to be at war with Ra, that's for certain.
He already told us that the gods are not at war right now unless it's under Ra command.
Right. Okay.
And if you remember back in school, Ra is the head honcho in Egyptian mythology.
Right. I think it also becomes a question of, apart from us having this symbol in the head, would there be any other things that we would have to I don't know, we need to get in. That's sure.
Hold
Right.
still.
Do it.
All right. Draw that same
Um,
symbol on his forehead
With a Sharpie.
with a perma Sharpie. Yes. It's not
Yeah,
gonna wash off.
I'm hoping this is going to come out as an 8 and not come out a 4 and it ends up being some sort of like dick on my forehead instead.
Doesn't look like a dick. It's a really simple symbol, but does it work? Or do I have to roll again?
You do have to roll again. It's a different
Okay.
canvas.
Do I get a boon because I did it well?
Well, you can technically use the drawing as a
Can I?
say. Yeah, sure. Take a boon.
Dexterity. That one didn't come out so good. Oh, the boon. Sorry, that's better. That's a +1 net, so 9.
Yeah, that's a 9. Yeah, yeah. You think it's a pretty neat little symbol of Ra drawn over the forehead? Huh. It looks pretty neat. Yeah.
Jaelle, your turn.
I'm gonna say no to my forehead.
Well, then you won't be going into the city.
No, I'm gonna ask you to put it on my arm, up in my shoulder area.
It's not where they put it.
Again, female.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So?
take a chance and put it somewhere else because I'm a female.
Well, I'll put it on your forehead, or I won't put it on you. The mirror is going to be hard to put it on myself, though.
I'm guessing it's like Max saying, what is the chances of these permanent markers coming out? Have you just permanently tattooed me?
No. If you scrub it long enough and hard enough, it'll go away. And a few skin cells with it, but not a tattoo. It's not under the skin. And I take it neither of you have art.
That's why I was
Uh,
asking about
my-
Streetwise.
My
Well, no.
art is in my use of force and in
Okay.
violence.
Um,
I'm the Jackson Pollock of mayhem.
actually, ask Duncan. And leave Mac back in the woods a little bit. Do underlings of representatives have the mark as well?
Sometimes.
Also on their forehead?
Yeah.
Anywhere else besides their forehead?
Jewelry?
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be making any jewelry. So you want it on your forehead or not, Jaelle?
He said sometimes underlings don't have it.
Duncan stares at Mac. Huh. Never seen one made with ink.
That's why I'm worried.
You know, the only
I-
reason they did it with ink in Stargate, the franchise, was because it was cheaper than having everyone with the glued on prosthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do
Prosthetic
you
or
mean?
brand?
Yeah, the one that Teal'c has is a golden, and it's
Looks like,
laser.
it looks like
It's
a welt
cut
or a
into
scar.
the skin, and then gold is poured into the scar.
And lore-wise, yes.
Yeah.
Well, We could do that, but I don't think that's gonna
No.
look good in for like a month, maybe when you recover.
I would
Oh well, it was a good idea while it lasted. I always wanted to do that to Mac. Okay, I think I broke Sarah.
This was the detail you never inquired from Duncan. You just assumed.
Okay, I'll draw it on your shoulder if you want. Pardon me.
This is the funny thing. It's just that slight change after Lionel meta from us knowing the franchise, and we've effed us. Well, my character's been effed over. Okay.
You now have a very nice temp tattoo on your forehead.
Yeah.
Could always wear a hat. Okay, that was my idea. You guys all have to think of something.
Technically,
This is when Max says, "How was he going to get the booze into the city?"
Wow. Well, I was gonna take it to the dogs and pay some people to carry it her.
And you weren't concerned that the guards would stop you?
No.
Or would they normally check?
Well, yeah, but not that throughout. I mean, the local guards know me. I do work at the palace.
How
We
often
could-
are you?
we could just help him with his stuff and get through. It sounds like.
Yeah.
This was what I was offering you from the beginning.
Unfortunately, the barrels are now in the water.
No, we could probably still catch up to the raft. We just don't know how long it's been down the river at this point.
And there's a chance that without being guided, it could have hit one of the banks.
But wouldn't the barrels have rolled off into the water?
It doesn't sound like it.
Not necessarily.
They're barrels. They're round. They were tipped over,
No.
so they're on their side. They're on the rolling bit.
Not
We don't-
whatever.
Last time you saw, they were indeed toppled over off the raft.
The barrels might have washed ashore.
Dan, you're muted.
I know.
Okay.
I came up with my idea. You guys come up with something.
Well, I've been disfigured at the moment.
No one's stopping you from trying to be representatives of Ra. He just said he never seen one. Made
Yeah.
of ink.
This is when Mac just asks, does this city have sewers?
Yeah.
Do you know where the nearest sewer outlet is?
Yeah. I think. It's on the river.
Okay. How about this? If we're able to find your barrels, how about we try and steak this sewers and you can save yourself a penny? To pay people to look the other way.
I don't do that. I just pay them to carry things to my home. Because I can't be asked to lug all those barrels.
You mean we can help him? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, sure. If
No.
you find my barrels, you can carry them if you want to.
yeah. That way you don't have to pay somebody to carry them. We can do it for you.
That would be fair.
I like that idea.
Yeah, carry an empty barrel.
Well, we
So can I do a recon check to see if we can find some of these barrels?
Sure. That would be recon endurance.
Okay.
Pink is sus.
Just give me a second. And sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You spot a total of 4 barrels on your little scouting trip.
And how many rafts?
And luck is on your side. They are on this side of the river as well. The raft itself is missing. No, wait, that's a 12. Yeah, you find the raft.
So Jaelle and I get in a barrel and those two carry us into the city. Yeah, that's it.
no. Question: are actually all the barrels empty?
Well, some of them are half full of water.
So none of his
Yeah,
cargo survived.
yes, all of them were poked into and opened up and pulled out. All of them, without mercy.
Um,
All right, guys, I got a meal.
the sorry about your barrels. Where'd you get the alcohol from?
There's a guy upstream who makes this. He makes the best meat. Yeah.
Exactly. You know how you said the guards know you?
Yeah.
So why did they harass you on the river?
I don't know. I don't think these are locals. Must be from another garrison or something.
Has there been more? Has there been less and less guards that you recognize?
Yeah. Well, aside of the gate guards, they're usually the old guys. The young ones are the ones that go to war. Anubis likes to keep his veterans nearby. Mm.
Oh, watch out, there's a cat around here.
I'm guessing you want to get some more barrels then of this mead.
Sorry?
Max just put it to Duncan that I'm guessing you're going to be wanting to get more barrels of this. Me concerned what's happened.
Yeah, I would like to get more of it, but I'm sort of out of money. I can't afford another batch in a while. Gotta go back to work to make more money. But that stuff you had, that was strong. Liked it. You get any more of that?
Not in the quantities that would fit in a barrel.
Yeah. But then no people who will like that. Me, I would like it.
We could potentially come to a regiment of telling you how to make it.
Think of the money you could make then.
I like that idea. I do make it.
You get us safely into the city,
Yes.
and we will write out the instructions on how to make it. Assuming you have things like the proper vegetables and stuff like that to
Of course I have.
ferment.
What else do you eat? Meat?
Nice to meet you. Oh, not that kind of meat.
Was that some sort of a language joke that didn't translate?
Yes.
Ah,
This version of being sarcastic.
the humor of the humor of the poor of intellect.
Nope.
Good. The only thing worse than that is puns.
Wonder if he knows what this symbol means. Oh.
Yeah.
You're tired? Well, it's a long
Okay.
way to my place. But we should make it if we walk in a brisk pace.
I thought we were
Before
taking the
night.
raft.
Oh, yeah? Well, in that case, it wouldn't take long. Just a bit boring with no drinks.
Or you mean like roll the barrels? Or like how were we getting the barrels to the city if we weren't taking the raft?
I don't know, you're the ones who volunteered. Well. To be honest, I would like to sleep a little, but
Easier to do that on the raft, right?
Hmm.
Let's put
That's
the
true.
barrels on the raft. He can have a nap. We can get in the barrels. And that way, if they fly over, they just see him again with barrels. And they won't be, presumably, they won't be suspicious the second time.
huh? Is this what you're going with?
That's my suggestion.
Yeah.
So you decide to scram yourselves into barrels, including Jaelle. Okay. So, you float down the River Nile. Sorry, the River Denial.
At least we're not at the bottom. We're not deep in denial.
Yet. Do we have a deadline tonight? That rule hasn't changed. You can go aboard, but there will be repercussions.
Oh, this won't be a two-parter.
Yeah, we just had a two-parter.
Just don't want to do another one.
So
Well-
you float down the river. Eventually, you see a couple of vultures passing by in the sky, but they don't seem to be attracting any unusual attention towards you. Again, this raft floating down until the river forks.
Ooh.
There's doing a very straight line from the original river and straight towards the city. At this point, your driver or your pilot, whatever you call that on a boat, skipper,
Duncan?
Homespin.
your ever vigilant helmsman is guiding the boat to take the narrow but easy, not narrow, wide but shallow river fork down towards the city. You can see the walls
Is
and
it
the tall.
closer to dusk or night time at this point?
Yeah, it's starting to get dusky by the time you get nearby the city. So is your plan to hide in the barrels all the way through?
If we're going to help carry them, that's going to be a hard job. Oh, we could do the little put them on the side, and then we run inside, and the barrel rolls. Sorry, I guess we're not that kind of rodents. No, I think we should get out of the barrels before we get to the city.
So you get out of the barrels before you float past the city water gate, which is one of those archways that has a metal crate that can be lowered and raised at whim. But there's also guards standing by it, observing you, but apparently not shooting at you. Then again, it is getting dark already, so maybe they don't recognize you. And you float all the way to some docks where there is a person in a rather Egyptian sort of fashion instead of the more Renaissance inspired Duncan. He has a bald head with a with the Anubis head on a golden chain wrapped on his head, and the Anubis head on the forehead where you painted the Ra symbol on. But he comes in with a notepad to meet up with Duncan. The exchange happens in a different language. This is the language the people of the desert planet spoke. Duncan, getting yourself new drinks again. What do you do, guys? I have them to carry the barrels. Not using local labor, are we? Fine, whatever. Yeah. Well, I'll mark you up as arrived again. Say hi to Setet for me. Oh, will do. And then Duncan turns to you and like, okay, this way, guys. I'm assuming you stuffed your gear into those barrels.
Sounds like a good plan. Barrel. Actually, no, I guess they're too big to actually put on our shoulder. Roll barrel.
So this is a narrow street place. You can clearly say this isn't built for any sort of mechanical travel. The streets are for man-sized people. Some streets are barely wide enough for two people to go shoulder to shoulder. Let alone a horse-drawn carriage. But he takes you through this you would assume limestone. Limestone covered buildings into what he calls home. Inside you find words. You find wooden paneling. You find artfully made tables and chairs. The style is much more modern than the outside would let you believe. There's a fireplace, and to contrast all of this late medieval, early Renaissance fashion, the lady of the house walks in with the traditional Egyptian hairstyle, with the sharp cuts, short hair, seemingly a wig with the tiara with a snake on it, and the armbands, and the one strap version of the toga sort of dress. It's an Egyptian style dress that just ends at the knee high. And immediately walks up and slaps Duncan on the face. Speaking in the local parlance, going, I was worried to death about you. What took you so long? Your clothes. You fell overboard, didn't you? I told you not to drink while you boat.
No, my lady Sedet. He was attacked by a bunch of soldiers while he was bringing his wares peacefully along the river.
And who is this servant to speak to me in that of tone? How dare you? I am the lady of this house, and you will not speak until spoken to. Where do you get your servants?
Didn't I say my lady? But okay, fine.
No, it's the fact that you actually spoke.
Oh, by the way. And as she is turning back to talk to Duncan, her eyes stop at Mac, staring at Mac's forehead. She goes, her brown skin goes pale immediately, and she falls on her knees and bows in front. Bows down. My lord, my apologies. I did not recognize you. My home is your home.
Mac's just gonna do a menacing growl there, because he's not going to give away.
Why would you speak to her in her language? You speak to us and we translate for you.
I'm just gonna look at both Jaelle and Daniel.
Okay.
And I just go, if you can speak on my behalf.
Yes, but you want us to say?
Oh yeah, fair enough. I was gonna give you free reign to act as if you were speaking on my behalf. Of course, they don't speak English, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I think it's just going to be with. We have heard stories about Anubis having troubles with another world. We have come to check on these stories.
I will translate that.
We are.
Oh, and I will also say, arise, my lady.
She hesitates, trembling, getting up. My apologies, but I am but a wife of a servant of Anubis. I know very little of the troubles the troops are having with the foreigners. My husband knows much more than I do. All I have is rumors.
Is your husband here?
That's Duncan.
Oh, that's Duncan.
Duncan.
That's Duncan. Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't translate that, so.
Yeah.
And her name is Sadet.
So that. Sorry. Yep. Good point. Sorry. It's. I think it's time for us to. The fact that how she's just kind of reacted. Let's just try this. Okay.
I have a good
that's-
idea, though.
Well,
I was gonna say, why don't I pull Sadat aside, and I need new clothes because I'm still soaking in the wet clothes, and have a girl-to-girl talk. You guys deal with Duncan.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Maybe I was get clothing that's more appropriate for the rest of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
To wear on top of our
Skin?
other stuff.
Problem is, Janelle's gonna have a little bit of an issue, but we'll figure it out. She'll figure it out. Anyway.
Relay that information.
Of course, I will go and fetch immediately clothing for you. The lady can borrow mine, and I am sure Duncan has his official work clothing that will fit you somewhere. Please make yourselves comfortable. I will be back. Duncan is like dead. Shut up! You're not doing this for me. And she hurries off. Hurries off to other parts of the house. You can hear her barking orders. That's you would assume a servant. From the other side, and Duncan is like, well, sit by the fire then. I will not challenge the lady of the house. Not if I know what's good for me. Oh, sheesh. I'm sobering up already.
Wives have that effect on husbands.
Yes. Do you want to see my device?
Yes, definitely.
Oh. In that case, I will be back in a minute unless you have a volunteer we can test it on. I could hook one up.
Perhaps a servant.
Oh no, that would be far too cruel for someone who's forced to do it. No. None of my sevens. Yeah, I didn't want to lose any of them.
Okay, I guess I'm the volunteer.
You want to do it yourself? Mighty brave of you. Well, I will go fetch it. I'll be back.
I won't know how it works until I understand how it works and its effects. Make sure
Oh,
he doesn't. In English, make sure he doesn't ask me any inappropriate questions.
well, he is quicker of the two hosts. However, before he does come back, you do have some time to yourselves. You are in a, would assume, living room. There's several doorways. One apparently goes to the cellar, which the master left through. Mistress went through that door over there. But there's two more doorways out of the room. Do you want to explore, or would you just wait?
Sure, it's always useful to know where people could be coming from. Other comments?
I'm just going.
Well, I would think that we don't want Mac doing exploration because that would be beneath him. So if Jaelle wants to take one door and I'll take the other, or is Jaelle just going to
I
sit by the
technically
fire?
was supposed to follow the woman of
No.
the house.
Yeah, well, that's what you wanted to do, but that's not what happened.
Apparently not.
He ran off. I like how you have a disembodied arm.
Oh, every once in a while, yeah, I know.
You explore a little, apparently. So what you find out is that this hovel has an exit from the front and back. Back leads to a inner courtyard with its own separate entrance. The front is directly to the street. There are no windows or exits sideways. This is a row house, apparently. On this floor there is apparently a kitchen area with its own kitchen maid, you would assume, since the minute you open the door, the young lady there proceeds to take the demure stance of bowing and not lifting a head, expecting commands. And the rest of the floor is. And there is a room with some scrolls on it and a table with one scroll spread over it and a stairway upstairs. You would assume the lady of the house went there since barking can be heard from there.
Just out of amusement's sake, what's on the scroll that's opened on the table?
You take a look and it seems to be same hieroglyphics repeated with increasing fluency.
Like something a child would be practicing their letters?
Yes.
So could we safely say either slaves are learning or there's a small child in the house?
One or the other.
Unlikely that they'd be teaching slaves, but it's possible. I'm going to guess there's a rugrat somewhere. Rugrats.
Wrong, Rugrat.
That sounds familiar. What is it?
Just
The
another
term
name for a
Rugrat?
kid. Just another name for a kid.
Oh,
be a Rugrat.
Nickelodeon show
Yeah,
in the
that too.
90s.
back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show.
Sure.
So
Famous. How
then
famous.
the basement door is inhabited once more as the master comes up with a bunch of wires and some weird looking round pieces attached to the wires. Your immediate thought would be a suction cup, but doesn't look the same.
So the device from Princess Bride kind of thing.
Along those lines, yeah.
Would it
yeah.
suck 1 year of your life away?
Yes, I have the device here, and as he does appear, another servant appears from the kitchen carrying a tray of things. Into the there is drinks and some pieces of bread and vegetables in a bowl. Bringing them into the room, setting them down on the large table in the middle.
Should I consider not eating before you hook me up to the device, or does that make any difference?
I don't think it makes any difference. It interferes with your neural network instead of any gastronomical, unless we do place any pain on your gastronomical system. In that case, there might be a difference, but we can avoid that.
Is there going to be any permanent damage to my intellectual network?
Oh no. Unless something goes horribly wrong, that is, but that's always a possibility with anything.
Let's hope it doesn't go wrong.
Yeah.
That's my raison d'etre. It isn't a brand thing, you know. Oh no, that's a bad accent.
Well, that sounded funky.
No, Frenchy. Not funky. But in any case, okay. Froggy, yes, it sounded froggy. Very good. I did not say that. You typed that. I just read it. So, go ahead. Hook me up.
Okay. So, sit back and he begins to place these things. They seem to attach to your skin. Where he places them, he pulls up a little bit of sleeve and places these things down. Okay, this is just for a show, so I'm not going to be using full power.
Good.
Give me an endurance roll.
We can do this. We have faith.
I don't know if I want high or low here. I got low.
Oh no.
So, what he does is
That's fairly
incredibly
effective.
excruciating.
Where is he hurting me?
Now, he says it's localized, but what you can feel is that you sort of feel pain, and you're focusing on the parts of your body that isn't hurting. It feels like he's hurting your thoughts to certain places when he does this, and it's hard to describe, but your mind begins to take you to old times. In fact, you remember your first time when you had your first kiss. Vividly. However, there's pain around it. It's a weird mixture of both a happy memory.
So she did bite my tongue. Okay. Sorry, I just broke John.
I think it's more like it started off as, oh, she did bite my tongue. No, that's her ripping my tongue out.
Yeah, it's you feel your tongue being ripped out before you snap back, and only memories of pain and your memory of that event permanently changed, or at least tarnished. You remember that she didn't really bite and draw your tongue out, but you can see it so vividly that it must be true.
Fascinating.
Yes, I don't know exactly what happened there. Like I said, Gatesh is much better at the manipulation part than I am. He's also using some device that can see thoughts. That's not one of mine. That's Anubis' own magic that I'm not allowed to know. So, but he's able to, how do you call it? Direct the flow of your mind to places he wants them to go. Like this Hammond, with this Hammond, he managed to take them to this huge construction under the under mountain, and well, that's when my my free time started, and I went up the river.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Good one.
I got Wooster that time. Good. Um, Thank you for the demonstration.
Also, Dan, your lights go out now. You fall asleep. The rest of you. This is when the lady of the house, and there's the picture with a servant man, they're carrying a pile, opening up the doors like. My apologies for the delay, but we have prepared the study for you to change in. If my lord wishes to change into something more appropriate, uh, I and our servant here are willing to assist you in changing of your garb and cleaning of your grand clothes so you can wear them as soon as they dry.
We didn't go with Dan when he was getting the treatment, correct?
No, you. That was in the
None of us said that.
that was in the living room. Dan is just snoring away against the table there. You were all in the same room.
Okay. I was making sure that's what I'm imagining in my head
Mhm.
instead of it was like different. I'm actually gonna go check on Dan to see if he's still breathing after that. Then
Yeah. He's breathing.
thanks.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on.
Well, I'm gonna personally get out of what I'm wearing because again, I actually took a splash in the water pretty well.
The lady of the house glances at Mac, and since he doesn't seem to make any moves forward, she smiles and nods at Jaelle and escorts her into the study that has now been turned into a mini wardrobe with clothing on with clothing hanging from poles set between the library shelves and window sills and whatnot, and an empty chair in the middle, like, and the two and the lady of the house and the male servant are eager to assist in changing. Well, either way, it doesn't take long, but they outfit you with the local garb of the well, similar fashion as what the lady of the house is wearing at the moment, and she also offers you a wig of the same black hair, but a longer variety. Or actually there's a selection of 3 different wigs. A short one, long one, and then there's
Braided.
no, not braid. Yes, the braided one. Yes, that's
Yeah,
the
the
word.
braided.
If you care to choose any of these,
I'll probably do a short one.
as you wish. Only the best for the assistance of Ra's emissaries. And you now have your outfits. Looking mighty local in these, with the exception of your skin being a couple of shades pinker than the local population. And you're introduced back in the main hall.
I think this is where I'm going to suggest Jaelle best to wait till Daniel's awake.
Oh, I was going to say the same thing. I'm not going to leave him here alone.
So this is what Steven suggests is like he's just going to go with. We sleep, alternating turns, catching our own 40 winks. That way there's always someone awake, because the last thing Mac is wanting to do is close his eyes and there's not someone keep an eye out for any duplicity. So Mac's going to suggest, right, Jaelle, you catch your sleep first.
So is Mac going to deny them the opportunity to redress you?
Oh no, I'll let them redress me first.
Right. The same process happens, unless of course you stop it. But they will outfit you with one of those white robes that lands all the way to your knees, with a belt and one of those wide brimmed collars, which is very Egyptian style, as well as offer you the use of the master of the house's jewelry. It is the lady apologizes that it is not in the highest of standards, but then again, you don't understand a word.
I just look imperious, that's it. Head up.
Every time your gaze meets them, they dodge away and they to you they offer a wig option of 2 wigs, a long-haired one and a bob cut. No, not bob cut. What's the one? It's the
one that just
shout.
comes to there.
Yep. Okay.
I think this is when kind of Mac will glance an eye over to Jaelle and just see if she indicates.
She's not allowed in the room unless you ask for her.
All right.
Yeah.
50-50 Wooster. I just grabbed the first one.
Okay, it's the long-haired one.
Okay. I've always wanted luscious locks, folks.
Yeah. gorgeous
Hair
black gleaming
down.
hair
Yeah.
that goes all the
Through
way to
his
your
knees.
shoulders.
Mhm.
Just perfect height above your shoulder.
Yeah, I start a rock band after this.
I have Hair the musical stuck in my head now. Anyway,
Wig oiled to perfection. Yeah. So this is when you are told that they have prepared the master bedroom for the emissary, and rooms in the servants' quarters for the other two. Oh, actually, beds in the servant quarters for the other two, not the rooms.
enjoy the bed, Mac. Actually, is Dan up yet, or are we gonna have to drag him to the servants' quarters?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to wake him. He's not apparently doing it voluntarily.
I'm just gonna go over and shake his shoulder. Say, hey, get up.
Nope.
Is Duncan in the room?
Yeah.
Is this a normal side effect after what you just did?
No. This has not happened before, but then again, he seemed very tired to begin with. Perhaps it overloaded his system, and he's now sleeping off. Yeah, could be. Or perhaps it is calculated. Could be perhaps an issue with the prototype not working well with your particular subspecies. Well, would bear examination. I would need to test it several times and with variety of settings to find out the true culprit of this. You want me to? I can proceed immediately.
Do we have Mac? Do we have any more of the salt, smelling salt?
Yeah, I would have in my backpack my own medical kit.
Hmm?
No,
Because it looks like we're gonna have to put the smell
Yeah.
salt up near his nose.
Give it a medical check.
Okay.
That would be int medic. Yes. You get a +2 for medikit.
Yeah, I have
Or was it a
medic.
+1 with your TL?
Is it education there
Sorry.
or in?
Yeah, education works, and it's only a +1 with your TL.
Okay. +1, he said.
7. Okay, that does include the +1. It does. Right. So you apply the smelling salts next to him, and he sneezes himself awake.
Whoa, what happened?
You went through that experiment, and the next thing we know, you're hitting your head against the table, asleep.
Now that you
Table, but okay.
recall, you sort of relived some of your old memories that are now twisted in the same fashion as the one with the first kiss.
Whoa, I got this definite feeling of deja vu. I've got this definite feeling of deja vu. Like I've done this before.
Like I've done this before.
I didn't say it the second time.
Yeah.
That was strange. So is this what it's supposed to do, Duncan? Make you relive past memories
Yes.
and then warp them in some way?
Yes, it is.
Fascinating.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a look at the device and see if I can have a clue on how it's actually functioning.
Okay. I do suppose that's electronics.
My best thing.
That would be intellect electronics. Yes.
Oh, not education?
No.
Yeah, not my best thing anymore. But still, a thing.
One of your better things.
12.
What does it matter?
Yes. You examine this and you figure this technology is way beyond what you are able to manufacture on Earth. There are components that you have no idea how they manage to work, but the little you can gather from it, this man's use of technology is light years ahead.
So in other words, I recognize some components, but not others.
Yeah. Yeah. How it works, though, you have nary a clue.
What part like affects the memories?
Oh, this one.
And I take it it's something that I don't recognize.
Yep.
Fascinating. Can you? I know you can manipulate memories with this. Can you also imprint memories or knowledge with it?
Another dimension, perhaps, maybe, with sufficient modifications, but would require different magics. I would need to look into it, but
Like, for example, if you modified this machine, could you possibly teach me through the machine how to make the machine?
no. No, this machine can only use your mind to create things of your memories. So you can't.
So, but it doesn't actually store them then.
No, it doesn't create new things. It only.
Well, no, I'm just saying, does it actually store the memory?
What do you mean?
For example, say you were hooked up to the machine and you could store your memories in the machine. You could store how to make the machine in the machine, and then use that to imprint on somebody else.
No, this machine doesn't work that way. No, there's no possibility for that to happen. This only affects what is in you. Doesn't put anything new in it.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't take anything out of you. It just, how do you call it? You mix things you already have into new things.
But I never had anybody ripping out my tongue before.
No.
So.
But you can imagine it. You have seen that somewhere.
Well, I've seen this machine working, so I can imagine this machine working, but I can't see how it works then.
Yes, it's more complicated than that.
It's at this point, Matt just says, "I don't want to know what you've been watching in your spare time. Let's wrap this up."
Especially
Yes,
with
master.
the fact we're going to the servants' quarters and he's got a fancy bed.
I actually just go, how about we just go to the dungeons right now?
Oh, by the way, Dan is fatigued. Jaelle's Stimback is wearing out. And you probably need to also roll endurance check.
You're telling us we need to rest.
I'm telling you, you can go ahead, but I'm also telling you there are consequences.
All right, fair enough. Let's get some sleep.
But I just had a nap.
Yeah.
Not a good nap because we actually
No.
Yours is like more like the drug-induced kind.
That was
You-
more of a nightmare than a nap.
Yeah.
it was a drunken nightmare.
Mhm.
All right. Well, before I go to sleep, I'm going to write down the recipe for how to make this kind of grog for Duncan.
You made the promise, and you write it down in hieroglyphics for him.
What grog was it? Was it just vodka?
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Oh, that's a long process. Well, yeah.
It's going, wait 12 years for the good stuff.
Wait,
Yes.
wait 12 to 40 years for the good stuff.
Oh,
It would be better if you just gave him a recipe for like moonshine or something like that.
yeah.
I could, but it wouldn't taste like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll write both recipes. How to make a still for moonshine and how to make the good stuff.
That was that work. Yeah, it's just the amount
Yeah.
of time you're storing it for.
So, question. Do you want to push on today? Or do you want to do you want to stop it here?
It's up to you. It's not the next thing I have to do is on Tuesday. So
I would want to see if we can try and wrap this up.
I don't think there's any way we're gonna wrap this up.
No. Because the way we've done this, Doug is still missing there. And we still have to find him at the same time. No, best to
He's disguised as a servant.
yeah, so maybe best just to have it that we all go to bed and this is a safe point. If it was the computer game.
The 90s video games.
Yes, do you want to rest? 100 gil, please.
You cannot rest while enemies are nearby.
What is this, Final Fantasy now? I was like, no, not allowed.
Just kidding. But I'm asking you whether you guys want to continue. I know it's getting late for at least me and
John.
John.
Steffi.
You guys, it's like middle of the day, so
No, it's the evening for us.
Almost 5:55 p.m.
Okay, it's almost 6 for us.
so mainly asking John if he wants to keep on going.
I'm fine with keep going on. I think it's also this could be a good point in theory to stop it for the next session. That's my argument. I'm either or. Not like I've got work tomorrow. They don't need me.
So to continue then, let's at least make it so that we'll take a short break. So see you in about 10 minutes. See if this thing works now. Oh. Woo! Okay. Break over, ladies and gents. So you take your nap in Duncan's home. Well, the two of you get to spend your night in the servants' quarters, which is narrow, cramped, bad-ish air, and very hot. While the master bedroom is nice and wide, and the bed is comfy.
Mhm.
It's like sleeping on fresh feathers.
Yes.
And you'll never complain about me drawing on your forehead ever again.
No, he's able to like counterplay on it more because he's actually getting a nice off bed.
Dan and Jaelle, you get to roll endurance.
What's going to happen?
You're getting bit by the bed bugs.
Yeah, now you say that. Yeah, that's what's happening to me.
Yep, you guys are getting bit by bed bugs.
At least I got a 7.
He doesn't have that bad of an infestation like I do.
The master bed is well taken care of. The linens are freshly, what's the word?
Longer.
Is the man and lady of the house in the servants' quarters, or where are they sleeping?
Oh. Do you want to ask?
Or they probably have a guest bedroom. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's where he's sleeping.
No, they're sleeping. He's sleeping in the master bedroom.
Oh, then yeah, they're in the guest room.
Nice. Okay.
Does Jaelle get some of her endurance back?
Oh yeah,
I don't
Jaelle
know.
was hurt in endurance. How many points were you down? 4?
It was 4.
Oh,
4
5
plus
points.
1, 5.
5 points
Yeah.
because you took stim back. Natural healing. Natural healing. 1 die plus endurance modifier per day of full rest. So I'll give you half of a d6. Do you want to roll yourself or?
So I roll roll a
1d6.
1d6.
Yeah. You get 1 back.
Nope, those bed bugs really liked me. I was a princess with a P.
You
Those
should
bed
not pee in
bugs-
the bed. Do
The
not
good
pee in
news
the
is
bed.
you are not exhausted. Or like fatigued, but either way. Anyway, you are able to carry on with your activities.
Without all the boons. Or pains.
She seemed really impressed, I'm just saying, and getting Ariana vibes. Does the lady of the house enter the master bed? Ooh. Well, now.
They,
That's
do
an
they send in a
interesting
ser-
suggestion.
Do they send in a servant?
that is very Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat fiasco there.
What now?
Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know any of your Bible stories, do you?
Definitely not.
Before Joseph becomes a pharaoh, he's a servant to somebody that's close to the royal household, and his wife, the wife of the household, tries sleeping with him.
I can't see how the Bible would ever have the word Technicolor in it anywhere, but okay.
Technicolor Dreamcoat is
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
yeah, it's musical.
Well, anyway,
It's
Okay.
it's
In any
brilliant
case.
when the Pharaoh comes in. He's Elvis impersonator.
when Mac wakes up, there is a
Of course he is.
there's freshly baked bread and some butter, as well as cheese and grapes, waiting, as well as a servant sitting down next to the tray. And as soon as you wake up, the seventh girl stands up and bows and gestures towards the breakfast, waiting for a response.
Oh,
That's you, John.
yeah. I give them the command that they can continue with their day.
How?
Yes. Yeah, I think that we will have this nice breakfast. Thank you very much. Ra will be appreciative of the service that you're showing us.
Then you realize you only speak English.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to, of course, be getting Dan to translate this.
So your first is down.
Okay. I'll,
Oh, how do you proceed with that?
Yeah.
yes, master.
Translate. I'm not
Thank
thinking-
you for
I-
your gracious gifts to the servant of Ra, and you may go on with your day.
The servant bows and leaves.
And if we're the only two left in the room, I'm
I
gonna
think
grab
I
some
need
of
to
the
actually
food.
get some sleep here
You already got it.
Yeah.
in real life. I didn't click what the issue was.
He's talking along and going,
I-
oh, mumble,
I-
mumble, 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 mumble.
I was thinking of the food there, I'll be honest with you. It sounded nice.
The food sounds delicious. I want that.
Yeah. What was that, Wooster? Sorry.
And not to mention the fresh milk and some clear
Ah.
water and also wine, since they didn't know which one you would prefer.
And this is when I'm just gonna turn to
Me, because I'm the only other person in the
yeah,
room.
to Daniel. I'm just going.
I'm slowly making my way through the house because
And
I
that's
heard
good.
him getting yelled at, and I don't want you guys seeing me laughing.
If you look at how they're reacting, me having this, how do you think we just con it? We just walk into the palace.
That was
Into
my
the-
original plan when,
Mm.
until Duncan mentioned that don't usually see them with ink. But we could
Fact-
try conning.
Yeah.
There are both pros and cons to that.
No. This con is lacking in all the pros.
Mm. There's no poetry involved. No
Well,
prose
no,
involved.
yeah, well,
It's lacking 3 pros.
Well, I think it's more the fact that we're missing a Mr. Ocean and this crew for this heist. Right, but so it's like see
We're
that
missing Mr. Doug, you mean?
See that it's a fight. That's the issue. And I don't think I've got enough bullets for 5,000 guards.
Well, we probably used thumbtacks on several hundred back at the Stargate command. So.
Yeah, those guys are now under attack.
Attack, yes.
There.
We gave them a thumbs down. Thumbs
Into
back.
attack.
So, you think we should? Well, Jaelle should be getting here someday. But do you think we should?
This is when Jaelle
Bluff.
enters the room.
Do you think
Yeah,
we
this
should
is when I
bluff
walk
our
into the
way
room.
through? Wow, the stream is way behind.
Yeah, I think it's
So, do you think we should try and bluff our way through, or sneak
that's
our
it.
way through?
Bluff.
Okay. But we'll probably need Duncan to lead us.
Sell it.
Yeah, help sell it and lead us the way.
Yeah.
So should we ask Duncan?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's ask Duncan. You want to yell out Duncan, or no? Or should I just go looking
walk
for him?
downstairs. We can walk our happy butt down to the social area.
That's true. I'm also going to need clothes, like you two are, yes, gussied up in.
Yes. Downstairs, there's the master and the lady of the house, and what is it takes you a while to recognize the master because he is dressed up in the original Egyptian style this time. with the bobcat version of the wig that is now adorning Mac, and similar garb as Mac is wearing at this moment, but with the Anubis hair jewelry hanging from the forehead. Morning to you. And the
Good morning.
lady of the house staying silent for now, getting immediately nervous after spotting Mac.
Mac, talk to me for a second, and then I will translate.
I'm just going to say, so what do you think of this weather? Yeah, I'm just going to be talking.
Okay, and then I will pass on. Good morning, Duncan and Sadet.
Sadet?
Yes. Good morning, Duncan and Sadet. My master wishes to thank you for the use of your abode, and mentioned something about the weather. No.
No.
And was wondering, Duncan, if you might journey with us to the palace today.
Yeah, of course. Sure I'm sure the seneschal will want to meet you.
I've heard that term before.
He's not he is not quite the theme, but he is the local ruler. Yes,
The local what?
the local ruler.
Ah, okay.
He measures all the things that are Anubises.
This is an inch. Well, not that kind of measure.
Yeah, actually, also that kind of measure. He is in charge of the measures.
Oh, that's what I was going to fix my background. All of a sudden I can't get the roof right. Let's build it again.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want to go immediately, or Fred? Do you want to change your clothing?
Yes, I would like to have more appropriate clothing for the journey.
Yeah. They had assumed as much. And the male servant that undressed you before opens up the door and bows. Master Fred, this way, please.
You keep calling me Fred, but okay.
That is what you introduced yourself as
I
first.
said Paul.
No, you didn't.
Paul, George, and Ringo.
No, you didn't. Rocky backs me up.
Fred, George, and Ringo it is. Okay.
The fifth beetle or the fifth scarab.
Yeah, the fifth, yes,
scarab.
the fifth scarab, sure. Actually, Fred's the name of the zombie in one of the maps. Never mind.
Yeah, Fred is also Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Yes.
And Fred's what George holds when he pets him and loves him, and
Fine. Off we go to the wild study yonder.
Yeah. Well, you are outfitted with local clothing, and he apologizes that he does not have any more. No, wait. He doesn't. He has an extra wig because they had the night to get one. So you are outfitted with a local style wig. You choose it. And now you have the same white collar and white robes. White tunic that goes all the way to the knees. With a belt.
Great for hiding things.
Yes.
Perfect.
It's rather airy. But yes, you are outfitted to the local fashion.
Perfect. Go into a side room and make sure that everything that I need to carry with me, basically all my stuff, is hidden underneath this robe.
You can't fit everything. It will be
Well,
a
like-
selected amount of gear. Like
That's true.
you can't fit in an assault rifle or a grenade launcher underneath that.
My pistol
Why?
was able to go
Yeah,
though.
well, I can hide the pistol in my body. I can't even see that. But
Mm.
okay. Well, I do have pockets, so I can take a few grenades anyway.
Yeah. Wow. This outfit doesn't have pockets.
No, but underneath my black jacket and pants have pockets.
Well, those would clearly show underneath this dress. It's not one of those heavy.
You said it was loose and billowy and went all the way down to the feet.
I didn't say billowy once.
Well, you said some word that sounded like billowy.
It sounds more like it would be what he would describe what Jaelle's wearing.
Airy.
Yeah.
It's
Like you said, airy.
Airy.
yes.
So yeah, so there would be a lot of space between
Yeah.
it and my body. Otherwise, it wouldn't be airy. That's why I assumed billowy.
Yes. The
No, you said
Egyptian style.
hairy. It's a hair shirt.
Well, anyway, yes, you
Like a-
can have your flak jacket underneath, but it is not going to be invisible.
That's
It
fine.
will be clearly visible from underneath that outfit.
Well, it's just my shit. I'm just bulky like that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay. That works for me. So you return to the room with the others, with your bulky flak jacket pushing against the otherwise freely flowing garment.
I could put a sweater on top of it. That way there wouldn't be anything poking through it. Then again, why would a flak jacket be pokey? But never mind.
So, shall we go now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Duncan looks at Dan's outfit and not my problem. Okay, well then. And he proceeds to take you through the town, which is bustling with activity now that it's daytime. Just getting through the narrow streets is a task on its own. The good news is that you see a lot of guards, but none of them seem to be paying attention to you as you pass them. You are melting into the general populace as you pass through it. And you are taken from the narrow living quarters to the more spacious area near the pyramid itself. There's a grand plaza next to the pyramid, and there is a palace opposite of it over the plaza. Middle of the plaza, there's a obelisk the size of a Washington monument, poking the middle, and it's gleaming in white against the sun rays that reflect off its surface. Underneath it, there is several statues of Anubis guarding it from all four cardinal directions. And he's taking you to what appears to be the side entrance to the palace, as he's not going for the clearly obvious stairs that go towards the go directly towards the obelisk and the pyramid, but instead further away through some market stalls and apparently a couple of shrines where people are burning incense that sends strongly into your nostrils in this early morning. And as you arrive, there's a couple of guards there at the doorway going, "Morning, Duncan. And these are, you see, unlike the guards you've seen so far, these don't have the helmets on. Instead, they have their faces bare. And you can see that there is indeed an Anubis symbol on their foreheads that is made of metal. And it's just stuck there and doesn't have anything poking out of it. Seems like it's melted into their skulls.
To their skull, we wouldn't see it, but okay, into their skin.
Yeah. Yeah, seems to go all the way to the skull as far as you can reckon. But
Frontal
typically-
plate.
Oh, done with magnets. I tell you, it's magnets.
Yeah, there's two guards there, and they let Duncan through. But as you try to enter, they cross their staff weapons in your way, like they were axes. Like, and who are you?
Stand aside for the servant of Ra.
I will have you roll deception.
With what?
With
Intellect or
social.
seriously?
This is exactly what social is for.
Cancel that one. Oh,
Well, god dang it, that's actually pretty good.
Just for Daniel or all of us?
I'm the one who talked. I guess it's just me.
Yeah. Stand aside for the servant of Ra. The gods blink once, just look at each other and go ahead.
Follow Duncan. Well, hopefully Mac follows Duncan.
It's like push Mac.
Go ahead, Mac. Go ahead, Mac.
Yeah, Duncan is just not
Mac.
Duncan. Mac is
Greg is just eating right now.
Yeah. Oh,
Isn't it like 1:30 in the morning? Why are you eating at 1:30 in the morning?
nope, it's 11:30.
Oh, right. Never mind. I can't do math.
There's a whole tray of food. Hey, give me some.
Yeah, and
Looks like a large.
Don't be
piece.
selfish. So,
Head on in, Mac.
you get in.
Yep.
And the guards don't even raise an alarm or anything. They just, you go through and Duncan's like, pretty good. Right, that's why.
Keep track of where we're going.
He leads you deeper into the compound. These don't seem like very palace-like corridors. This seems more like a dungeon. But then again, that is where you think you are headed. Going several levels down, and there's no natural light. Only these torches that gleam with unnatural, even light. Well, you assume electrical lighting, but they are made in the shape of torches for some fashion reason, you'd assume.
Historical reasons, yes.
Yeah. And you find yourselves in what looks like an underground laboratory. There are devices here that are rudimentary in outlook. And there is another person there currently working on what seems to be a pink skin. Interrogating it, holding on to a device that is wrapped around his hand and hovering it over the man's face.
Do we recognize the man? the pink skin?
You do. His name is
Eggs and
McKay.
ham.
Is
Okay.
Eggs and ham.
Peterson.
Peterson. Okay, so we don't recognize him. No.
Is he one of these soldiers?
Doug Peterson.
Oh, how the hell did he get here?
But he is in the bench being interrogated. And he's writhing in pain as this glow from the hand, from a gem in the hand device is affecting the man on the table. And he goes, "Oh, cool, man! Oh, cool!" Ah!
I do it ahead of time.
Is there anybody else in the room? Besides Duncan, us, Doug, and the torturer?
No.
Okay.
And he's also wearing the things that were put on Dan yesterday.
Okay. Not cool, man. Like Froggy.
Hide my shorts.
You mean eat your shorts?
Hey, his
I'm not
memories
sure.
are getting corrupted. Besides, that is
Oh.
copyright material. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to challenge the House of the Mouse.
Musa Bunga, man. Instead of Cowabunga. Mac and Jaelle. We should probably disable this torturer quietly so that we can get Doug out of there. Keep an eye on Duncan in case he doesn't react well. I'm going to reach below my dress. Reach
You mean
in.
robes?
Sure. Reach into myself.
Through the flag chicken.
Yes, sure. Reach
Are we
into
need to get
myself.
a TSA strip exam here for you to get that?
Well, no,
psycho out?
Actually, I honestly don't know what part of my body the container's in.
You did say
Maybe
that.
it's... Well,
So
you
we
did
do
say
do
that
the
what?
TSA.
Yeah, well, no, it's
strip
basically
exam.
the weapon is completely undetectable normally, and then added to that, it's inside something else that's indetectable.
I think you can declare what that is.
Never mind. Just never mind. I'll use a knife.
Or
Shooting a
another,
pistol probably isn't a great idea anyway.
or another idea. Why don't we make it look like Mac wants to talk to the person that's being tortured?
That might work too. Probably less complicated than me doing a striptease. Should have thought about that. I should have taken the weapon out first. I'll have a knife handy just in case he says no. Better
Hand
start
job
talking,
from a
Matt.
knife?
What?
A knife handy? A hand job from a knife?
A which a knife?
Never mind.
So Mac, just speak as if
Point.
you're wanting him to want to talk to the prisoner.
I'm just going to be doing gesturing. I'm just going to be making just random noises there.
Okay. You
Ah.
okay? I think you could just say it
Well-
and then
While you are conversing this,
yes.
the
Mhm.
torturer stops his movements, stops his attention on Doug, and turns to look at Duncan and the rest of you. Morning, Duncan. What the hell are these guys? Oh, Fred, Paul, George, and Ringo. And why is he wearing a fake Ra symbol?
Yeah, I think it's time to use the knife.
Yep. Go ahead. I think it's like both. I would have also pulled the knife out, and I think it's maybe a quick question of who's quicker, Steven or Dan?
So Jaelle could just shoot him.
I could technically do a disarm, yes. Shot.
Or just hand, because he's got a weapon in his hand.
Oh God, I'm going for this throat. If I'm
Yeah.
Again, still copper training. I'm not going to try to kill somebody if I can disarm them. I'm going to disarm them.
Initiative?
Yeah.
Okay, Mac is gonna get a automatic penalty because Mac doesn't understand what is being said. He can get the vibe of it, but he's still gonna get a bane on his initiative roll.
right, sure. No, I got the worst result automatically. 5.
So yeah, it's a 5 anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
Jaelle
bane
gets
would
a
have helped you.
12.
Yeah.
This means, ladies and gentlemen, Yetish goes first. So announce what you are about to do. He is the one who acts fastest. Yes, he got more than your 12. He got 13.
What's the modifier for initiative?
Either intellect or dexterity. You
Oh,
get to
okay.
choose.
No, I didn't even notice that there was something to choose. Okay. Oh, it's over there. Okay.
Would you have used another stat?
Well, yeah, I would have used intellect, but it would have given me the same modifier.
Okay. So it has no bearing for you. Cool. So, what is it? What is your plan this round? Stab him?
I have my gun on me, but he's going first. Yeah, I actually tried to shoot him.
So you pull out your gun and shoot at him. That's your plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing it. I'm doing a disarmal shot.
What about you then?
I'm gonna go for the legs.
As in
Tackle him,
tackle him. Okay.
and I'm going low because I don't want to get shot.
And Mac?
I'm not pussyfooting. He's just going. I'm going to end this fight. Knife, and if he can, he's going for the throat.
Okay. It goes like this. He, noticing that you guys are getting at him.
But he hasn't noticed because we haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. The initiative sort of tells
It's
who
all
is
at the
able to
same
react
time.
better to who.
Okay.
So you are already doing these things. You just manage to land these things in different manner.
Okay.
So he raises up that torture device, and since you guys are coming at him, he's gonna choose which one of you is faster. Yeah, Dan, since you are coming in faster, he's gonna raise the torture device and use it on you. Which means he's getting a
Moving
roll.
low target.
Yep.
I already know what this feels like. Good to me. Good to
Oh
know.
no,
Oh, this is a different torture device.
this is the improved version. Oh, let's see how it works. You got armor on, right?
Yes.
How much was that?
5.
Okay. Right, before you manage to act, you take 8 points of damage off the armor.
Ow.
Because that thing, it just burrows into your mind and starts shredding it apart, causing you to lose focus this round.
I'm not down.
Regardless whether or not you're down, you still lose the rest of your round. Can only act
Diving for
next
his
round.
leg.
Yep.
Okay.
You were diving for his legs, but in that maneuver he did allowed him to get out of the way and stun you for 1 round.
That was a lot more than a stun, but okay.
Yep. It also stunned you for 1 round. But it doesn't stop Mac from doing his thing. Jaelle, you're first.
Shooty my gun, shooty my gun. Do I get time to aim or no?
Yeah, that's no. You're pulling your gun out and then shooting, so no aiming. Well, you're still hit.
I was wanting to disarm. It's not like I was.
Oh. Did you say that? Because I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
said
I
it
said.
twice. She said it
Okay,
twice.
I missed it. So
Yes.
it makes it more difficult to aim. So you also missed the disarm shot. Sorry about that. 9 is not enough for disarming shot. That means it's now Mac.
Coming in with the knife.
Mac the knife.
Oh, yeah.
Mac
Sure.
gets into melee and proceeds to attempt at a stab. However,
It's just a
this
flesh
person-
wound.
this person avoids that small damage
Yeah.
completely. It glances off just at the only part of metal on this person's body, which is the wristband he's wearing.
That was just.
Yeah, I did. Don't you have a strength modifier?
I was using Dex for that one.
Yep. Well,
Should've
you
went
choose
with-
your own modifiers when you attack.
No, I should have went with.
Also, add your strength modifier to the damage next time. So it's the round. No, wait, it's Duncan. Duncan who goes gets all confused by this, and then it is Kitesh's turn.
Doug doesn't get a turn.
Oh, that's was his. Oh,
Doug
Doug
he's-
is
he's
out of commission.
restrained.
He's restrained.
Oh, okay.
The best he can say, "Not cool, man."
He's saying his safe word at the moment.
Penguin, penguin, penguin.
Bananas, bananas.
Meatloaf.
Banana coconut meatloaf.
I can't has cheeseburger.
So
John's safe word is apple. Good to know.
No. Alex was saying no. She was suggesting that Doug's safe word was apple.
Oh,
So, Mac,
Yep.
what is your melee skill?
Wait. My melee is 1.
Your melee skill is 1. Okay. So, as you are there trying to stab him, this Katesh turns to you. His eyes glow. He stares at you. How dare you! Bringing up his wrist device, and your brain begins to take a beating as the glow emanates from the red gem within. And you take 11 points of damage after armor.
Okay. After what?
Yes.
Jesus. Right. Okay. So that
How?
11. You said right.
Yep. How's your endurance?
And that's my endurance gone.
Okay,
and-
you're out.
And I still have 1 to take off, so I'll take it from my strength.
Yep. That's a stun weapon. You're out. Next one.
Jaelle.
So I'm seeing Mac go down at this point.
Yeah, no pussyfooting, just shoot the bastard.
And that's what literally I'm seeing actually is now I'm going into shooting for his skull.
Yeah, I think that might be just like the last word out of his max
So,
as he goes down. No put
aiming
down.
for the head or aiming for the center mass? This difference.
Or the hand.
Nope.
The one he's
I'm-
holding. The one
Center
he's
mass is
holding
without
out.
penalties.
The smaller those are, you go for, the higher the penalty.
Okay, so I'll hit towards the chest art area because he's
So
not
no-
wearing any armor.
Yep.
And I still get my thing for
You-
aiming, correct?
You can aim this time, yes.
Yes.
Making sure.
If you had a laser sight on it, you would get a +1 too.
14. Nice.
Ooh,
Max-
that's
Max.
double
Up.
sixes too. So
Apparently, I really like Mac.
yeah,
That's, hold on. So that's what was the target number for this? 8?
8. So that's 6 extra
actually,
damage
on
system.
this guy it's more.
Right.
The target number on this guy is 9, even with short weapons.
Right.
So it's still 5 extra damage on top of the 7, so that makes it the 12. And he did not take damage prior, so I'm gonna have to fight it down.
Yeah, if he doesn't have
Well-
armor, that should be most of his endurance.
Yeah, that shot.
Unless he's got armor of another kind.
The bullet goes straight through his belly. Like, you can see blood split from both sides. His gleaming eyes turn towards Jaelle now.
So I try and hamstring him.
Yep.
I have no idea how to use a knife. I've never actually done.
So
Or is it melee?
it's melee.
Okay.
Do you aim for the legs?
And it's melee dex, I presume.
Well, you can choose dex or strength. You always add strength to damage, but you can use Dex or Strength to attack.
Strength wouldn't add any damage anyway.
Hmm?
I'll be -2 +1 +1. I'm going. Well, I already. You said I went down, so I guess I have to go for something low anyway.
Well, you can aim for general damage, or you can aim for specific damage.
Okay, I'll aim for general damage then.
Okay. General damage? Dodge. What? Okay, you are unable to land a hit. He is moving too much for you. Apparently he notices you are tense and just sidesteps out of the way on his way towards Jaelle.
Really wish I had my rifle with me.
Yeah. His hand raising the hand device towards Jaelle. When suddenly there's a loud boom. Like all the senses are covered in this boom. Things go white, your ears start ringing, even your olfactory receptors go to overdrive. And once that is done, you come loose of it. You find yourselves where you were. Even Mac wakes up to this. And Gadesh is down on the ground. With Duncan standing above him with the handheld device. Okay. He is out of commission. You should hurry if you want to take your friend to leave. Once he wakes up, they will come after you. After us.
Doesn't wake up.
Then they will hunt you even fiercer.
I don't think they could hunt us any fiercer than they are already going to do, but I get up, I go to Doug and start dismantling, or not, well, disconnecting him from the device and his bed or whatever he's lying on.
Yeah. It's not that hard. Doug is out of phase, but he gets up. Whoa, dude! What the hell kind of a fart do you have?
I don't what? Fart?
Man, it smelled so bad I didn't see nothing.
Why are you smelling with your eyes?
I don't know.
Drugged. Okay.
I think he's talking about the stink bomb that Duncan set off.
And I guess we'll cut it off here. We're about an hour over time. So, next episode, a prison break.
Yeah, I believe.
And we've taken damage.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did we try the medic thing to injure ourselves even further?
No.
We'll do that next episode. If we
Okay.
do it. Oh,
I should be able to do medic.
next
And plus
episode.
3.
Just because you've got doctor doesn't mean you know jack shit.
Doesn't mean you have to be a doctor of the medical field.
No, I have medic.
I'm just joking there.
So, how did you enjoy this week's episode?
A bit slow at the beginning.
Well,
But
I
that
only
was
blame
our
you
fault.
because you stuck and talk to the guy about willy-nilly stuff back and forth.
And hence my
As I
hands.
said,
yeah,
we
that
only
this
have
is all
ourselves to
nice, but
blame, but
let's get the info.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
No, I think that this is the issue. Is like whenever you do a session, especially when it is a media res one, sometimes they can be quite slow to get into because people are trying to get their head around of right, what the fuck's going on there. There is, ironically, there is one game that does the media res for a lot of the starts for most sessions, and that was the original Star Wars D6 system.
Mm.
But it always advised if you were doing that to basically do it how the Star Wars films do it. You actually had a wee bit that actually got people into the action there, where you explain. Well, you can quickly explain that
where was the opening scroll?
you do a wee bit of opening scroll, and you actually gave a wee bit of a, in the stuff that was originally written up, was you actually had a wee script. Kind of get yourself into the mindset of what's going on.
Yeah, I kind of failed on that one. That's my bad.
Well, the thing is, you were literally went to us. You went to us like 5 minutes before game and said, "Yeah, do you want to get the briefing or do you want media res?" So you had really no time to prep. You just had to wing it.
Yeah, that was my fault for giving myself that challenge.
That's generally one that issues with kind of I say with media res is, I think this is the issue. It comes to like any game is whether, because
I
if
think
it's episode,
I think we should steal a book out of Blades in the Dark and have you guys have preparation roles, which means you have roles in sort of like reserve, like, okay, I prepared for this exact opportunity, so I'll roll this skill now.
Or flashback there sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have. I'll take the 8th one of those. It'll be preparation H.
Oh, come on, Blake.
Oh no!
I'm not gonna get screwed in the ass this time.
I think if you're using preparation H,
I thought this was going to be a flashback episode.
Too much for your own taste.
Well, anyway.
I don't know what it is either, Froggy, but I know the guys will give me a crash course on it anyway.
Maybe. We'll see. Either way, we're about an hour over time, so let's call this quick. Thank you all for coming.
This is quick.
And painless.
No, not painless.
The painless it was not, but everything else it was.
Everybody took damage.
So, thank you all for coming, and the traditional bonus nachos.
Bonus nachos.